Hello everybody, welcome back to a Chart Nerd technical analysis video. I've been away for the past few weeks in Thailand on holiday, so I do apologize for not getting any content out to you guys. But straight off the back, I want to get into VELO today. So the ticker is VELO. We're looking on the monthly time frame. The markets have been very rocky. A lot of coins, majority of coins have pulled back 60, 70, some even 80%. And you can see here that since we've topped out in May for VELO, it currently has had a 67% correction. Now there's a lot of fear in the market and there's a lot of blood, and I think these do provide optimal entry points. And right now VELO is doing something extremely bullish here. As long as it can maintain and hold support, I think we're coiling up for a next move up towards 10/11 cents. Now hear me out. So as I said before, when in doubt, zoom out. On my previous video, I did say before I went on holiday, I did mention that VELO was looking to come in for this sort of larger correction here, pulling back to a key level of support. And that level of support ties up with this key level of previous resistance. So right now, what I mentioned in the previous videos, we had this low in the 1st of December 2022. We've been coiling up, if you look here, in some sort of ascending triangle where you've got this ascending support line and you've got this horizontal resistance, or we had this horizontal resistance. Now under this we formed an Adam and Eve bottom, which I've also spoke about. We had this V-shaped recovery into resistance and then formed this bottom. So this is the Adam and this is the Eve, and right now we've broken out of the key resistance we needed to break out of. We've seen VELO come out of that resistance, and right now we're just back testing this for support. And I mentioned this in my previous video. And VELO still has its targets if it can maintain support here. And how I get the 10 cents is by going from the resistance line back down to the key level of start of contact for this horizontal support here, and we get this line and we drag it to where we've broke out. So this is the key resistance where VELO broke out. It's coming back to key support, looking for the move up to 11 cents. Now why is there more confluence to this as well, guys? Well, if I get a fib from this all-time low for VELO going back up to its all-time high, what you'll notice is that this ascending triangle and Adam and Eve that we've been coiling up in here and breaking out and looking for the back test of support for the continuation sits. The target sits at 11 cents and it's at 0.618, which is a key level of resistance. So if VELO is in this macro large wave here, I think this will be a large wave, and at this point we'll come back in for a larger correction. But we could be looking from current price off of this golden entry point where we're back testing key support. We could be looking for the next move to be about a 9x roughly. And at the moment, with all the news and all the hype and everything going on with Asia and even spreading more internationally now and globally, I think VELO has extreme potential. And again, nothing that I say is financial advice, guys. It's all for educational and entertainment purposes only. Please bear that in mind. But right now, although we're having this sort of correction here and we're coming back to key levels of support, this is what you want to see. You want to see yourself form some sort of bottom structure and foundation, break out of that, because this was a key level of resistance here at 0.011. For when did it take to break out? It was 578 days we was under that level of resistance, and we formed a large double bottom / higher low, and we've got higher lows and higher highs. Okay, so from this all-time low you've got this high, come back to our higher low, we've put in a higher high. All we need to do now is maintain a higher low and look for the next continuation of the trend. So there's a lot to look out for here. Equally, I wanted to point out the Gorian channel. If we look at the Gorian on the weekly, what you'll notice is for the first time in a very, very long time, back here actually when we topped out on the 13th of May, we actually flipped green on the Gorian. And it's the first time it's done that since we entered the red zone back in September 2021. And we actually came out of the green and really sort of just capitulated here. But we are building this foundational structure. We've broken out of key resistance. We're looking to backtest and hold it as key support. Now, if we do lose this neckline that we're currently trying to hold on the monthly, you'll see here on the monthly that it's a key level of support that we need to hold that was previous resistance. On the weekly though, if we fail to sort of hold this and come back any further, I would just look for a retouch on this Gorian channel as this is starting to climb up here. Okay, so you got the top band here. What I think might occur is we could potentially be backtesting this Gorian channel before coiling up underneath this sort of resistance and looking to break above and reach new targets after that. But everything looks relatively healthy. We've had the switch back here in May. From the switch, when we did flip green, we've just back tested into support on the Gaussian. We're looking for that support on the top band of the Gaussian, and equally on the monthly, we're back testing the ascending triangle resistance that we need to hold as support here that we've broken out from, looking for continuation of the trend. So right now, everything in my eyes, as bad as it seems over the last few weeks where we have crashed 67%, we haven't lost key structure. We really haven't. And in fact, we're just building the foundation work still, and sort of confirming that if we can hold the line here at this level, this key support level, guys, is 0.011. Any further, I do believe we're looking for that top band of the Gaussian, which I think sits around the 9 area. But equally, what we can notice here as well is that from these candle closes in February, you'll notice that if we drag this line across, we've actually wicked down to these closes. So is that the backtest we've been looking for? And are we going to close out above this wick high here with this month's close? Because if we close this month above 0.011, I think this is given more likelihood that we are looking to sort of lowball out here and continue on looking for the next impulsive move up towards that 11 cent range, which is the 0.618. On the way back up to the all-time high from the all-time low on the fib that I had on earlier. It's a potential, guys. It's a very large potential, albeit considered. If we look for a larger sort of correction here, then I think equally we could be coming down to 0.007. So if VELO doesn't sort of have relief and we do sort of come in for some larger correction, just look for the 0.50 and 0.618 as support. Because they're golden entry points. And equally, what could be occurring is if we don't sort of pick up the ship here, you can see along this ascending trend line of support. So from this low, we've had multiple points of contact. If we do come back any further, then just look for I think the 0.50. There's a sort of crossroads here towards December of 2024 at 0.007084. And again, that's a large potential. You know, we do have to consider that VELO does have corrections that are relatively steep. So is it unusual for VELO to do something like this? I don't think it would. And at the same time, you've still got this ascending support line that if we was to come back to as a neckline, equally with the golden ratio from this high back to the all-time low. So it wouldn't be surprising to see the wave 1, a wave 2, this is a wave 3, a large wave 4 before a wave 5 up to that 10 cent. And then you've got one macro wave complete. This is also a potential here. So we have to look at every scenario and keep that covered, guys. But yeah, that's it from me today. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And from Chart Nerd TA, take care. Peace out.